connections if you dare come out. And then Vinny, Vinny like grabbed her, then pushed her head to the ground and literally like started bashing.
He told me, I wish your mom would die. He's yelling at me, he's screaming at me. He pulled me by the hair, he hits me in the face with the mug. You know, people would send me videos of him cheating. She then proceeded to say, oh, you're an insecure bitch. And I will not even try to justify what I did. And I put my hands on Vinny.
Vinny went to a club, ordered a copious amount of alcohol, couldn't pay the bill, so he gave them his phone as a form of payment.
Sure.
After that, buddies, Vinny homeless. Now, okay, homeless is a bit harsh, and then now the girlfriend took him in because she's a loving girlfriend. That's her man down. You know, if your man is down, what are you gonna do? You love the person.
Would you guys do that?
I would. Knowing me, if I love the person, I'm a fool. Answer the question.
Masa would never. I'm
joking. If I love him, I would.
Exactly. When you love, I can't even judge her. You know, I saw people judging her. But when you really love someone, like you're willing to help them out.
For sure.
Fine. Baby boy moves in January. Fine. Balcony mix was in April, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Fine. Now everybody's at balcony mix. Baby girl does her makeup, whatever. Then she gets there after Vinny. Now I figure Vinny is flirting with other girls. Now she says, "Go to lo put young cheating."
Over something.
Balcony mix. After that. Oh yes, baby girl isn't talking to Vinny because like why would she? You were cheating on me right in front of me. Why would I speak to you after everything I did for you? Despite that, I love you and you're still gonna cheat on me. Sharp. They get home, but that was the first time Vinny ever laid his hands on her. Fine, now somebody joins the space and they're like, no man, dude, but we saw videos of you beating another girl. What happened? I don't know. We were at Oprah. Vinny was flirting in front of me with another girl, right? So what happened was she saw Guti, my boyfriend is flirting with another girl. What does she do? She beats the girl up in in whatever Oprah is, a lounge or whatever. There's a video of her online of her
Hits me in the face with the mug. You know, people would send me videos of him cheating,
being angry, just stupid things, and then he would take her out for dinner just to say sorry, so on and so forth. And then kwabanjaya, and then I think last week, Saturday, he laid his hands on her again at some party. And then that's when she decided to go to, you know what, I can't do this anymore. Regardless of the fact that, you know, whatever happened in the past happened, she is still a victim. We still have to, you know, take into account she did get beaten up copious amounts of times. She said that I don't know what they were fighting over, why Vinny was angry. She said this on the space. There was a time where they were arguing over something, I think. And then Vinny like grabbed her, then pushed her head to the ground and literally like started bashing her head. And dude. So now obviously people know Vinny as like a very small gent, right? So now people are ridiculing the situation. Oh, how could you let such a small guy beat you up? How could you let such a skinny guy beat you up? And she explained to Guti, like, a man is a man, regardless of how small he is. Vinny is strong. That's what she says in her words. So he is very strong. He was able to pick her up, throw her to the ground, things like that. That's what she says. So I don't think we should, you know, ask questions. Ridiculous and ask questions like, oh, but Vinny's so small. How could you let that happen? Abuse is abuse. Unfortunately, she is a victim, and I really do hope that she gets all the justice that she deserves.
from when he came back, it was about 3, 4 days from when he came back, he told me he had a meeting to go to. I said, okay, no problem. He woke up, he went to the meeting, and he went MIA. Then he reaches out eventually. He's like, Sanasam, I'm so sorry. I booked here in Santon. Please come, I'll explain everything. But he's not calling me on his phone. He's calling me on a friend's phone. I then go to where he had booked. He explains to me what the situation was and that he blew all his money because he got really drunk. And that he lost his phone because he couldn't pay a bill and he had to return the phone. He had to give in the phone as, what term can I use? As a means of paying for the bill.
Yeah.
Okay, sharp. I don't think much of it. So he came to my place. He stayed over. As time progresses, I realize, okay, no, this person is staying for a very long time. Dimbuze ba, what's the situation? He then opens
And
up
at
to
this
me.
point, you have
He
your
told
own place. You're living alone.
I'm living alone.
Okay, sure.
So uyangixelela bana, okay, listen, I can't make ends meet right now. I was totally okay with my partner staying with me. I loved him. I was not gonna just kick him out. I allowed him to use my MacBook. I gave him my MacBook. It was basically his. Ndathi use it as a way to communicate with people and a way to try and make money and a way to log into your email, log into your Instagram, all these things. Him using the laptop did help him because now he could make conversations with certain people and book hosting gigs at clubs for the month of April, the day of balcony mix. He ends up leaving before me. I got there really, really late. I didn't even experience the event. I got there really, really late. So I get there, and figure. The first thing I saw is that he's entertaining other women. Yabo? Thing I'm worried. I actually don't pay attention to it and I go to my friends, I drink and I do whatever I want to do. But it makes him mad and he approaches me and he starts asking me, why aren't you talking to me? Why aren't you talking to me? And I was just like, can we please just have fun but separately? We end up leaving and going to the club. Oak. He gets really intoxicated and starts causing a scene. He's throwing his bag at me. He's yelling at me. He's screaming at me. And his friends then proceed to tell me, take this man home because he is intoxicated and he can't be doing this in public. I specified to his friends that I can't take this person home because look at the condition he's in. I'm scared because he's telling me while he's yelling that we're done, we're over. How am I supposed to take that person home? But his friends pleaded with me, which I did. As frequently, he lays on the bed. I'm thinking he's passed out. He wakes up and he's like, what's your problem? Why do you always have problems? Why do you always have to be bitter? Why do you always have to, isn't child? And I confront him, I'm like, I get there. The first thing I see you do is disrespect me and our relationship. Yeah, but and
Yes.
I can't I can't I can't show emotion or even try to show vulnerability because we're in front of people. What am I supposed to do? I had a ponytail, actually, the hairstyle that's in my profile picture right now. He pulled me by the hair and started hitting me. And I kept on asking him, "Unibethela ntoni?" Like, what did I do? Ndenze ntoni? Started hitting me, pulled me outside, started hitting me outside by my balcony area, picks up a mug, hits me in the face with the mug, pushes me on the floor, is kicking me, all these kinds of things. He wakes up in the morning. I then ask him, do you remember what happened last night? He says he doesn't. I explain the situation to him. He apologizes and says he was intoxicated. He doesn't even remember doing such. Okay, no problem. Okay, not that there's no problem, but I move past it. I forgive him. And then, because it was his birthday month and his best friend's birthday month, they kept on going out, kept on finding out about different situations. He'd come back. I'd ask him. People would send me videos of him cheating, isn't it, Zinjal? Because we were a public couple. So a lot of people would just be in my DM requesting, I saw your partner doing this, I saw your partner doing that. And he'd come home, I'd ask him about it and bet. That was the situation. That's how it was going. I ask him why you're cheating, yeah, and bet. I ask him why he's doing something, yeah, and bet. That's how it was going for that whole month. And then um, the opera situation came up where I went to opera with my friends. He went to opera with his friends. I'm extremely intoxicated because I see him with other women, doing things with other women. And I will not even try to justify what I did that night. I did do it and I'm going to take accountability for it. I'm not going to try to say I was upset, I was angry. It was still wrong of me. And 3 weeks after the
Which one?
situation, the opera situation, there's a video of me fighting at opera.
Because there's that opera situation. Is there another situation where you got physical with someone
No,
else?
There's no other
Okay.
situation where I got physical with someone else over Vinny. The other videos are from 2 years ago when I was 18 years old. That's why I'm so
Okay.
shocked that they all of a sudden coming out about these things. They happened 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Okay.
You know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
Someone comes to me and tells me something, Bana, this girl and Vinny snuck off to the bathroom. Don't. Yeah, but that's what I was told. I didn't just start off by going and hitting this person. I sat down. I asked her, I pulled her to the side and asked her if I can speak to her. I then asked her, is this true? She then proceeded to say, oh, you're an insecure bitch. I then stood up to walk away and I should have listened to my gut feeling in that moment. But I felt so disrespected. I turned around and I did put my hands on her. I can fully admit that. And I put my hands on Vinny as well. I can fully admit that. I take full accountability for that. I'm not going to sit here and lie to anyone and say that no, someone did. I started it and I finished it. That's the truth. Days after the period thing happened, his friends hosted a house party. What happened was I was supposed to dish up for Vin. I ended up not dishing up for him. He pulled me into the pantry of the house, like the kitchen, the kitchen pantry. He pulled me, slapped me, grabbed me by the hair, took me to the room, and asked me why I didn't dish for him. He then started punching me and hitting me and doing whatever he likes to do. And then he stopped and started crying, fell to his knees, started crying, started apologizing. I then caused a scene whereby his friend walked in, Chomiaki Yamtulisa, and was like, no, man, Pepa lento. So she gets over it. That's me quoting him word for word. That's what he said. They laughed about it, and then he walked out of the room. And obviously, Vinny tried to take his advice, but I was too upset to understand why he would even do that to me over food. He came back intoxicated, and I had cooked that day. I ate my plates before him, and then I dished up his plates when he got back. Whew. I then, like, as a girlfriend, obviously, you sometimes you steal your man's food, you put your hand in your man's food, you eat like a little bit, or you ask for some. That's what I did. He got up, he started yelling. He said, that's why you're gaining weight. That's why you're getting fat. You keep eating, you keep eating, you keep eating. Started hitting me. And then um it got bad and then he started trying to force food into my mouth. He held me by the face. He grabbed like a bunch of food in his hand, started force feeding me. He just belittled me in that moment, and I could not understand why, because I just took one small piece of his lamb. And he then pointed out that I'm gaining weight and all these horrible things about me. He had to wake up that morning to go to his friend's mom's funeral. I woke up, obviously, visibly upset, and he was asking me to request an Uber for him, which I was going to do, but I was not like being attentive to him. I was quiet. I was just not responding to anything he has to say to me. That's when he told me, I wish your mom would die. And it got physical again. Told me, I wish your mom would die. I requested the Uber. Wham. Later that day, obviously, it's the apologies, it's all these things. Uvini, the problem is he can get money today and it's gone tomorrow. Tomorrow. Because he
What is he
becomes
doing? Is he
so
like showing off in the club? Like, what is he doing? Because he's
yes.
staying with you, and I'm assuming
Njalo,
you are doing the
okanye,
groceries and stuff.
like, isn't it njalo? The thing is, anytime anyone would see me on a dinner date with Uvini, you must know that the day before I had just gotten beat. That's how he used to apologize, to take me out to dinner. And then spend a lot of money on those dinners and then go out and then pay for his friends' things, do all these things just to show them, like, listen, I'm still that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Isn't Jan? So once Vinny makes money, it's gone the next day. And I had planned a trip for me, him, all my friends, obviously funded by my mother. And we go on this trip and it was hell. It was hell, and he made sure that it was. And my friends can tell the story. He even said, she ruined my birthday, I'm going to ruin her.